Labour Party raises alarm over distribution of PVCs. Wow. So what is happening to distribution of PVCs, and what is Labour Party saying here? Ahead of the February 25 presidential election, the Labour Party has raised alarm over the slow distribution of permanent voters card PVCs by the Independent National Electoral Commission, the Inec. The party is insisting that the electoral body must immediately and speedily deliver PVCs to Nigerians to enable them to vote in the forthcoming general polls. Dr. Tanko Yunusa, the chief spokesperson of the Labour Party Presidential Campaign Committee, raised the concern on Wednesday at a media briefing in Enugu. He expressed concern that the electoral body had less than 2 weeks to deliver the PVCs, pointing out that INEC appeared to be unconcerned about the date. He wondered how INEC would be able to meet up with the deadline to ensure that Nigerians got their PVCs within the stipulated period. INEC has less than 2 weeks to deliver PVCs to Nigeria, and the reports we are receiving nationwide about the ineptitude of its staff is disheartening and frustrating most PVC collectors. We have received reports from all the geopolitical zones in Nigeria, and the messages are all the same. People complaining of the snail speed at which the PVCs are being distributed, Tanko said. He said people had less than 2 weeks to collect their PVCs. People go and queue for hours to collect their PVCs, and out of about 500 on the line, fewer than 20 of them are able to collect theirs. What kind of miracle is INEC going to perform that will ensure Nigerians get their PVCs within this short period if there is no sinister motive underneath? The Labour Party spokesperson asked. He noted that though the process for the collection of the PVC started on December 12 and was expected to end in January 22, many potential voters were complaining that the process was cumbersome. Right? We have said it in different fora that on no account should any Nigerian be denied his inalienable right to cast his ballot, he said. Tanko urged INEC to take action on what he described as deliberately designed weak operations so as not to create the impression that it has a hidden script unknown to the public. Wow. So that is what Tanko Yunusa is saying, that, the speed at which INEC is distributing the PVCs to the voters is so slow. And almost everybody across all the geopolitical zones of Nigeria are complaining. Okay, I think we saw one video clip in Lagos where somebody who is not an INEC staff was found in INEC office also participating in the distribution of the PVCs. And that allegation has come time without number, especially from Lagos, that when they bring out the PVCs, when you mention your name, if it's an Igbo name, they will say go and come back later, or wait, we'll check. Meanwhile, the card is there, they're not distributing it. But if it's a different tribe name, maybe Yoruba or Hausa or some other name, they will give the person the PVC and the person will leave. All right. And this allegation has come time without number in Lagos. And I don't think the government has done anything about that allegation. They've not investigated it. INEC has not investigated it. We don't know what they want to do. Okay. So the speed at which they are delivering the PVCs to the owner is quite unfortunate and quite disheartening. And that's the report that is that Tanko Yunusa, the spokesperson for Labour Party, is bringing here. So the question is, what miracle is INEC going to do? But deadline for distributing PVC is January 22 this month. So what is INEC going to do differently? 22 and we're already just less than 2 weeks to the end of that. Are they going to extend it to the end of January, or are they going to take it to at least first or second week of February? Something has to be done so that people will not be disenfranchised from voting. That is the truth. So, but is INEC ready to do that? Rather, INEC is coming out to cry about security, to cry about so many things, and nursing the idea that the election might be postponed or if not cancelled because of security challenges. INEC also told us that they have, they have aligned with security agencies, and they have put all security apparatus in place to ensure that there is free and fair elections, starting from distribution of PVC, voters registration, distribution of PVCs, and all of that. But then the process is very slow. And that is what Tanko Unisa is trying to say here. INEC need to prove that there is no sinister agenda underneath, that there is no plan underneath, because political distractors and political bigwigs in Nigeria have been looking for direct and indirect ways to influence INEC to compromise the election process. Okay, starting from buying voters card, buying of votes, or rather called vote buying, to influencing people to submit their PVCs, influencing the INEC, ICT staff, all right, to influence outcome of election at the back end. Several things have been happening. A lot have been leaked, all right, and more are yet to be leaked, because people have seen that the electronic voting that INEC wants to do will not allow for rigging. All right. So the question is, what is INEC going to do differently to ensure that their own ICT staff and entire INEC staff, both ad hoc staff and the real staff, do not compromise the process? And what are they going to do to monitor to make sure that that doesn't happen? And if it happens, how are they going to identify it and correct it? Okay. So all these are the concerns that Tanko Unisa is bringing out here, that INEC need to wake up. INEC need to wake up. INEC need to do something different, because no Nigerian that has registered must be disenfranchised, must be denied the opportunity to cast his or her ballot come this February 25 election. Okay, so INEC should be determined to ensure that the process is completed. If they need to hire more, if they need to put some structures and machineries in place, they better do that. But no Nigerian that has successfully registered, all right, should be disenfranchised from voting by not having his or her card, just because INEC is not able to distribute it. So INEC need to do something different, and that is what Tanko Unisa is saying here. Okay, and it's good he spoke out, because we have seen that most of this crying has actually helped to to guide against some things, and also leaked some sinister agendas by some political bigwigs. Okay, somebody saying here, INEC need to sit up because a lot of people have not collected their have not collected theirs. All right. My brother too is yesterday and was able to get, but a lot of people own were not found. Okay, and they have to go back home. Please, INEC should do something fast. So what he's saying here. So he's saying that INEC need to sit up and do something fast. All right. His brother went and collected, but some other people have not been able to collect. Theirs were not available. They were asked to go home and come back again. All right. And something has to be done about it. That's what this comment is talking about. So that is that coming from Tanko Yunusa of Labour Party, allaying the fear that INEC might end up disenfranchising so many people from voting by not being able to distribute all the printed PVCs to the electorate. And something INEC is being called out here to do something desperately and do it fast to ensure that everybody gets his or her voter's card ahead of the election. Thank you for listening. Let's have your comment below concerning what Tanko Unisa is saying.